Welcome to the NIOS 319 Business Studies lesson on coordination and controlling. By the end of the video, you will learn about the meaning and significance of coordination and controlling, why control is needed, and the process of control. Alright, imagine an organization as a big puzzle with different pieces. Each piece represents a department or work group, and they all need to fit together to complete the puzzle, representing the organization's goals. But no single group can achieve those goals alone. That's where coordination comes in. Coordination is like a magical glue that unites individuals, work groups, and departments. It's all about synchronizing their efforts to achieve a common goal efficiently. Imagine the purchase department buying raw materials, the production department making the goods, and the marketing department selling them. They must work together like a well-choreographed dance to achieve the organization's goals. Now, why is coordination so important? Well, picture this. In a big organization with many departments, if they don't coordinate their efforts, chaos might ensue. Goals might clash, work could be delayed, and we definitely don't want that. Alright, now that we know how to keep things running smoothly with coordination, let's talk about controlling. Imagine you're the captain of a ship, and you've set a course to reach your destination, goals. Controlling is like checking your navigation to make sure you're on the right path. Controlling involves comparing actual work performance to the planned performance. It's like checking if you're on track or if there's any deviation. Control makes sure everything is happening according to the plan. Controlling is all about checking four things: quality, quantity, time, and cost. Think of it as making sure the work is done right, on time, and without wasting resources. Just like making sure those steel pieces are cut to the right size and not wasted. So, why is control so crucial? Well, imagine if you didn't check the workers' performance, and they kept cutting the wrong sized steel sheets. You'd waste a lot of resources, right? Control helps us catch those deviations early and take corrective action. Now, let's walk through the control process step by step. First, you need to set standards, just like our 240 pieces per week goal. Then, you compare actual performance to the standard. If there's a deviation, it's time to investigate and find out why. Once you know the cause, you take corrective action to get things back on track. We can see that coordination and controlling are like the dynamic duo of management. Coordination ensures everyone works together smoothly, while controlling keeps us on the right track to reach our goals. Now let's understand what makes controlling so special. Imagine you're planning a super cool trip with your friends. And just like planning sets the destination and the route, control is like checking if you're following that plan to reach your dream destination. So, before we control, we need to have a solid plan in place. Planning sets the standards and targets for performance. It's like laying the foundation for a successful journey. Also, control is like a marathon, not a sprint. It's a continuous and ongoing function of management. It involves regularly reviewing performance and making adjustments as needed. Just like you keep checking your progress during a marathon. And you know what's amazing about control? It's everywhere. It's like the superhero that works at all levels of management, in every functional area, and in each unit or department. Controlling is like the magical thread that keeps everything together. Now, control is not just about checking, it's about taking action. Imagine you're baking a cake, and you realize you need to adjust the temperature to get that perfect taste. Control is all about making those necessary tweaks to improve performance. Control has the ability to see into the future. It's like having a crystal ball that measures current performance and guides us to take corrective action. This way, we ensure future performance as per our plans. Now, let's understand why control is so vital. Imagine you're the owner of a bookbinding workshop. You hire 5 skilled workers to bind 4 books per hour. But not all of them meet the standard. That's where control comes to the rescue. Hence, we can understand, control is like a manager that spots deviations and helps us correct them. Without control, inefficiencies might go unnoticed, and our goals might slip away. But with control, we can save the day. So, just like a recipe needs ingredients, control needs standards. Standards are like our measuring sticks. They can be the number of units produced per hour, product quality, and more. The key is to set realistic and achievable standards. Next comes the measuring of performance regularly, which can be through observations, inspections, or reports. Early measurement helps us take timely action. Then, after detecting the reasons for deviations, assistance can be provided to take the right action. This could mean adjusting standards, providing training, or boosting motivation. The goal is to get back on track. And with that, we wrap up this informative lesson. For additional information on this lesson, please look at the content below the video in the online course. To get a list of the important questions and their answers for this lesson, please refer to the guidebook by our publications provided to you with this course for free. It shows you a list of all the questions that have the highest chance of coming in your next exams based on research carried out on previous year question papers. All the best, and I'll see you in the next lesson.